So what is a wedding website and why is it so important? In today's digital world, it really helps make all of your wedding information easily accessible for your guests so that they can check in and see what hotels they should be staying at, maybe things to do in the area. You can really have this as an interactive tool for everyone to feel really connected to you even before your wedding day. You can use your wedding website to list your wedding registries, you can use it to collect RSVPs, and it's also just a fun place for you to showcase you and your partner's love. You can highlight photos and videos in our gallery. You can write a love story that has a personal story about how you guys met, or maybe even just how you came to choose your wedding venue. You can really make it whatever you'd like. There's some really unique features to our wedding websites, and you'll explore those as you begin using our pre-designed templates. You can also find coordinating wedding stationery with all of our wedding website designs for a really cohesive look. And you can use your universal minted address book for all of your guests' information so that you can use it not only on your custom envelopes, but also on your wedding website if guests will be RSVPing on that site. Our websites offer multiple layouts, so you can choose to highlight a photo, or you can keep it simple with just text. We also offer a password protection feature for a little bit more security. Again, we have photo galleries that also include the option for adding videos, so you can showcase an engagement video or a fun TikTok that you've made. We also have custom pages so that you can really add things like an FAQ for guests to find really easily, or a things to do in the area if you have a lot of guests coming from out of town. So when thinking about your wedding website and a budget for that website, we do have different levels that you may want to consider. We have everything from a free wedding website with a pre-made template that's very easy to navigate and set up on your own. We also have a $15 upgraded custom URL where you can get a .com, a .wedding, or a .net URL versus our .minted.us. And then we also have the option of working with a wedding concierge to help set up and build out the content for your wedding website for $49. If you're looking for something completely bespoke and custom to you, we do offer a fully customized wedding website with one of our designers for $270 to start. No matter your budget, Minted has an option for you, and we are so excited to help you set up your website to let your guests know all of your fun events and things needed for the wedding. So when should you start setting up your wedding website? We recommend setting this up about 9 to 12 months prior to your wedding. Again, just so your guests have a really good understanding of what to expect. It's really important to knock this out first so that you can have your URL ready to print on your wedding stationery, on your save the dates, so that everyone is on the same page from the get-go. Step 1, you'll want to choose a domain name. For $15, you'll be able to add a .com, or anything to make it a little easier for guests to remember your URL. Then, if you want to look through all of our designs, you'll be able to choose something that really matches either your invitation or just your style in general. When choosing your wedding website design, you'll want to find something that really fits your vibe and your personality. Minted offers hundreds of design templates for you to choose from, and you can swap them out if you change your mind, or if you decide later you do want something completely bespoke and custom, you can always work with a designer to make that happen. So what should you include on your wedding website? You'll first want to have a welcome message on your homepage and a photo of you and your partner. This can be a great place to highlight your engagement photos or just a fun photo from a trip you've taken together. You'll also want to feature your names, your wedding location, and your date. This can always be updated if you are building your website prior to knowing this information. You can include the itinerary for the wedding and events surrounding the day, such as a welcome reception, a morning after brunch, or any other events that you are including. You can also have your travel information, room blocks, and just things to do around the town. This includes relevant airports, car rental services in the area, and parking information for the wedding itself. If you're having a shuttle, this is a great place to put that information so that your guests are really aware of how they'll get from point A to point B. There is an online RSVP section as well, and it is becoming more and more popular in this digital world. You'll be able to have contact information for yourself so that guests can easily reach out to you. And we also suggest creating a separate email address that's easily and only used for interacting with guests and vendors. It's also a great place to highlight a brief love story or a proposal story. If you and your fiance have been dating since high school and everyone attending the wedding knows you both pretty well, you can definitely skip this section if you'd like. But if you're having a big wedding with a lot of extended family and maybe they don't all know each other very well, then this is a great place to give background info and then have people be able to mingle and talk about that on the big day. Pro tip, keep this section brief. No one really wants a novel about the ins and outs of your relationship, just the highlights is what people love the most. If you're feeling stuck at all, you'll find in this course some downloadable templates to get you started on your love story and get the creative juices flowing to create something perfect for your homepage. You can also include information about your wedding party. Even if your guests know you pretty well, it's still possible that they don't know each other or that they don't know your wedding party very well. Providing your friends' names along with photos of them and a little line about how the two of you met will really make for a special way to introduce them to all of your wedding guests and also help facilitate new connections and easy mingling at your wedding. Your registry is another great feature to add on your wedding website, and you can add a link so that guests can click and find everything that you have registered for. Some other things that you can include on your wedding website include a gallery where you can upload a few engagement photos or videos, but just remember, less is more. So just pick some, don't overdo it. This gallery can also have videos, and this is a really fun way to just show proposal videos or anything that you want to highlight. You can add as many custom pages as you'd like on your wedding website, and these can feature things like an FAQ section or even a dress code section, which we will address later on in this lesson. You can have an entire page just for local weather and things to do, and you can also highlight on your website whether children are invited or not. It's a great place to put this information. I really recommend creating an FAQ page just to limit the back and forth between you and your guests. You may start to hear common questions come up, such as a dress code or whether or not children are invited. So an FAQ page is an amazing place to just put all of that information in one convenient and easy to find spot so that you're not having to answer emails or text messages constantly for the same questions. So what else should you know about your wedding website? You can continue to update your wedding website throughout your engagement and as things start to come together. It is a living, breathing website, so you can constantly update or even change your design to suit your needs. It's the easiest, most helpful way to share information quickly with your guests. And remember, the most up-to-date your wedding website is, the better it is for all of your guests and the more helpful it is for them to plan for your wedding. When and how should you share your wedding website? You can either keep your website public or you can password protect it if you'd like a little bit more security. You'll want to have it ready with your URL of choice so that you can have it printed and added onto your save the dates just to give your guests all the time that they need to plan for your big day.